Alright, you guys, slight spoiler warning just for those that might not have seen Dragon Ball Super, nor read its manga, even though I did keep the manga content out of it. This is mainly focusing more on the lines of the anime, but either way, there's a spoiler warning. Alright, let's get into it. So, today I want to talk about Dragon Ball Super, and in particular, just really on the fact that Vegeta shouldn't have gotten Super Saiyan Blue in the first place. I personally, when I was watching Dragon Ball Super, I said as soon as Vegeta unveiled his blue form when he fought Frieza, my first thought was, wow, he copies Goku again. It's like Vegeta needs to get his own transformation, and that to me is just fact. Like, that's to me how it should be and how it should have been in the first place. There never should have been a point where, well, not really never, like in C, and I said in C, in Dragon Ball Z, it actually made sense. You know, it was just how the Saiyans progressed. But in this case, the Prince of all Saiyans needs a brand new update in of the story. Okay? Now I know I'm probably gonna get a lot of shit for this, people, because I know just from like my friends, stuff like that, when Vegeta unveiled Dragon Ball or in Dragon Ball Super, his blue form when he fought against Frieza, a lot of them were hyped about it. It was like, Vegeta got a new form, he's up there with Goku again. And it was cool for what it was, but I think it's one of those situations where everyone was just simply caught in the hype. You know, it was like, you see Vegeta, who's been basically a secondary character compared to Goku in a sense of power, and now he has blue, and it makes everything feel all the more better. You know what I mean? It's one of the things that makes everyone happy. But I'm here to tell you how things should have went a completely different way. Alright, so before I get into how Vegeta needs a new form, I need to bring up the fact that the reason why I'm even making this in the first place is because of the whole situation about anime rivals in the first place. And the main people that I have to bring up that I think will be most popular and most noticeable is Naruto and Sasuke. Okay? Naruto and Sasuke still, in my opinion, still have the top 5 best rivalries in all anime. Like, I don't really think there's many people that ever really come close to them, even though like a lot of modern shonen try to, such as like Black Clover and My Academia and stuff like that. But for the most part, it just doesn't come close. And the reason why I have to say why I bring these two up is because they are the perfect contrast to Goku and Vegeta. Now, I know what you're probably thinking, wait, what does he mean, perfect contrast? And what I mean by that is the way how their power system worked. For example, in Naruto, they had completely different powers. For example, in early Naruto, they gave Sasuke a lightning Chidori. You know what I'm saying? It was like, okay, so Sasuke has the Chidori. So we need to give Naruto something that's just as powerful, if not more powerful. And so, of course, they gave him the Rasengan, which, of course, when it was first unveiled against Sasuke, you know what I'm saying, Kakashi jumped in a way, and of course it showed that the Rasengan was stronger. That was awesome because for the most part, Sasuke had, at least up until that point, had basically been stronger than Naruto. They, you know what I'm saying, they kind of went up and down, up and down. And that's what you want. You want them to have different powers that can rival one another or surpass them at different points in the series. Another great example of when they did something like this was, of course, Sasuke being a member of the Uchiha clan. The Uchiha clan being what they were, you know what I'm saying, having such strong visual prowess. Essentially, when the more evolved Sasuke Sharingan became, so did Naruto. When they gave Sasuke the Mangekyou Sharingan, they had to come up with something for Naruto. So as Sasuke kept progressing with his visual prowess and growing stronger in that essence, the counterbalance to help out against Sasuke was, of course, Naruto being a Jinchuriki. That gave him the ability to, as Sasuke was evolving his Sharingan, Naruto was, of course, trying to befriend and master the power of the Nine Tails, which, of course, as Sasuke created more with his Sharingan, matured it more. Naruto and the Nine Tails became more partners and stuff, and that allowed for them to gain more power, such as KCM, KCM2, the Tail Beast transformation, and of course Tail Beast transformation with Sage Mode. While Sasuke had, of course, his Mangekyou Sharingan powers, such as Amaterasu and all that stuff, and of course his EMS powers that he gained later. And even at the very end of the series, Naruto and Sasuke, when they gained even more powers thanks to the Sage 6 Path, their powers were still different. It's simply, while Naruto gained the body of the Sage 6 Path, Sasuke gained the visual prowess. And that is what made their rivalry so cool. It was always opposite, but just enough to the point they would always still be rivals, or if not, one surpass the other. That was a true rivalry. While in Dragon Ball, it doesn't work that way. Goku gained the Super Saiyan God form because Shinron, I should say, told them about the Super Saiyan God ritual, which Beerus, of course, was searching for a Super Saiyan God. So it made sense. Goku, of course, went through having a process of 5 Saiyans, with Pam, of course, having her, not Pam, Videl having her baby Pam, giving her some, and that, of course, equated out to giving Goku Super Saiyan God. And eventually, Goku, through training with Whis and everything else, enveloped that power, made it his own, and of course, improved upon it by going Super Saiyan on top of that, creating the transformation of Super Saiyan Blue, which was cool. When Goku unveiled, when God form came in Battle Gods, it was awesome. When Blue came in, it became one of my favorite. It's actually rivaling that of Super Saiyan 4 to me. It goes every which way. But Vegeta shouldn't have gotten that, okay? And the main reasons for that is they tried to make it where it was like, okay, well, Vegeta managed to attain these forms through hard work and dedication, while Goku, of course, had the ritual to give him that bit of a boost, which was cool and all, but it shouldn't have worked that way, okay? Now, here's, in my opinion, how I think it should have worked. Vegeta, after Battle of Gods, should have realized something. He would have been like, wow, Kakarot surpassed me. I need to find a way to get stronger. And that is, of course, with them befriending Beerus and Whis, Vegeta goes to talk to Whis. And, of course, he goes as they're doing their thing. Just like in Super, they went through, they trained. Vegeta got through and was training Whis about trying to understand God Ki and everything else. And this is where an element of Dragon Ball Heroes comes in, where it's like, while they're training, Whis notices, like, Vegeta is picking up on God Ki. It has something known as God Essence, but he can't fully tap into it yet. And that could be like a fortune sign for later. But he also notices that, or rather tells Vegeta, like, about a little history about the Super Saiyan that he didn't know about. And that, of course, is about the Golden Ozaru. So, Vegeta realizes that he doesn't have a tail anymore, so there's no way that he could even obtain that type of power. So that is when Bulma comes into the picture, and this is where we pretty much go into the element of, like, GT, where it's like, Vegeta doesn't have a tail the same way Goku did in GT to tap into Super Saiyan 4 with the Golden Ozaru and everything, so he has to rely on alternate means. And through some convincing and everything else, of course, Bulma says, fine, whatever, and creates the Blood Swave machine, which basically, like I said, is the GT element, which allows for Vegeta to kind of entertain and get his tail back, and, of course, be able to go grade 8. But, of course, since he's a Super Saiyan and everything has become much greater, of course, the Ozaru becomes golden, and that, of course, allows for everything to really take place. So, now that Vegeta goes talk to Bulma and they understand how the Blood Swave stuff, she builds a machine, she hits it with it. Now it's time for Vegeta to really get his moment to shine. It is time for him to, like, start developing into his own instead of simply falling behind Goku. So it starts off just like in GT. He gets hit with the Blood Swave, goes Golden Ozaru, and it seems like at first he might go on a little bit of a rampage. But unlike Goku, Vegeta has had a lot of experience with his with his Ozaru transformation in the first place, being the only one in the series, as a matter of fact, that actually seemed like he had any remaining faculties that allowed him to actually communicate and think basically like normal. He just simply gained the Ozaru power boost. So as it seems like he's going to go wild and destroy everything, he doesn't. He actually manages to bring himself back to his senses rather quickly, started to actually understand and regain himself very quickly to the point that he now actually masters the Golden Azaro. Which then, at that moment, he goes back to Whis after having this whole situation, and Whis and him go through training, along with, of course, Goku randomly pops up, like in Super, he finds out about Vegeta's training, and goes and trains with him. So now, this is when, like I said, it goes back into Dragon Ball Super. Of course, you have your usual Golden Frieza comes back, or Frieza in general, whatever. But he comes back, and he unveils his new form, where, of course, just this is where it goes back into regular Super territory, where now he just simply fights off. He shows that he's a lot stronger than he was. He went through his few months of training and whatnot, unveils Golden Frieza, and of course, just like in Super, of course, him and Goku have their fight. Goku, of course, like I said, he unveils his Super Saiyan Blue, and those two go at it for a while until, of course, it realizes that Goku loses. Of course, he gets shot in the back by the ray gun, and this is when Vegeta, for the first time, unveils what his hard work and training has done. Now, he comes in, like I said, and Frieza, of course, thinks, oh, well, it's the prince. He's not going to do anything. He couldn't do anything before, and that is when Vegeta powers up and goes Super Saiyan 4 for the first time. Now, this, of course, leaves Frieza stunned, and just like in Super, it gives Vegeta his redeeming moment where he goes in and he beats the ever-loving crap out of Frieza, just like he did in Super. Except, like I said, instead of having Blue or basically copying behind Goku, he is evolving into his own person. He's not backtracking. This form that he unveils shows that it's more or less a rival or equal to Goku's Super Saiyan Blue form, and it makes for Vegeta truly showing that he's starting to become stronger in his own way. Because it never made any sense in Super when he said, well, I'm going to screw Ultra Instinct, I'm going to do things my own way, yada, yada, yada. And then, what I'm saying, it just didn't make any sense, because he should have had that mentality from the get-go. Like, stop trying to follow behind him. This is when, of course, as the series progresses, they do their same thing, Goku blacks and Master and all this stuff. But the tournament power comes up, and he faces off against Jiren. After, of course, Goku has done his whole Ultra Instinct thing, Ultra Instinct Omen a few times, they fought. Vegeta goes through a similar speech where he's like, well, now he can really, it makes more sense. He can say, instead of, I'm not going to try for Ultra Instinct, he's going to say, screw that, I've attained my own level of power, so without following into Kakarot's footsteps, I'm going to become greater and surpass him yet again right now. And that is when, of course, he does his usual thing with the Final Flash, but he becomes a lot stronger. He puts himself to a limit, and he gains a form, whether it be like the Blue Evolution like it was in Super, or my preferred, where he gets a form similar to Trunks. It tapped into that feeling that I said before, where we said, he's gaining God essence, but now he's able to combine it fully. So Vegeta reaches his ultimate transformation through that mean, and then, of course, it stands and acts as another rival, or another power boost that can actually stand up to, if not surpass, Ultra Instinct Omen at the least. Maybe not master, but at least Ultra Instinct Omen. So, with all that being said, like I said, it doesn't really have to be Super Saiyan 4. It was just simply my opinion, because it is stated that Super takes place in between the end of Z, like between the Majin Buu Saga and the end of Z. So I just thought that this could have been like a good form that could have taken, since GT, they could technically make GT canon since Dragon Ball Super was placed in that era. So they technically could, but I think this is a way to do it a lot better than GT. And like I said, it just makes a lot better, instead of seeing Vegeta having red, which a lot of people debated whether or not he could, until, of course, if you read the manga or if you watched the Broly movie. And then, of course, with him later on following up with Blue. To me, anyway, it just makes the rivalry all the more better. Instead of just simply having him follow behind Goku in every single thing he does, it allows for Vegeta to really step in and shine on his own. So, with that being said, like I said, I really hope you guys enjoyed. I wonder what you guys think. Do you really think that Vegeta should have stayed with having red and blue? Because I know Super Saiyan Blue and all that stuff is very popular, but to me, I think Vegeta needs to have a new form. It doesn't have to be 4, but I would prefer it to be 4 because 4 is definitely my favorite. Like I said, it rivals that with blue. The point being is, like I said, I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, comment, and subscribe. And like I said, if you really, you know what I'm saying, if you really feel differently or you feel the same, just comment down below and so we can talk about it. Because like I said, I have other ideas and I'm thinking about making this like its own series. You know what I'm saying? Like where a series could have, you know what I'm saying, did things a little better. Obviously, the name ain't worked out. Just bear with me for now. But yeah, so I maybe will create an entire series out of this. So just keep, you know what I'm saying, be on the lookout for that and keep that in mind. And I really hope you guys enjoyed it. And until next time, you guys, I'll see you. Peace.